As autistic parents, I always tell my people, I say it wherever I go, as a parent of a child with disability, especially autism, which is what I am experienced with, I know about. You cannot live a normal life. I always say it. And each time I say you cannot live a normal life, anybody I tell are like, oh, I'm like, no, that doesn't mean you cannot live a happy and fulfilled life.
Hello, family. Welcome to Family Vitality Hub with Aderunke. And today, I'm going to be talking to the dads. If you're a dad in your 30s or 40s, come closer. And if you know a dad in their 30s or 40s, watch this video and send it to them. Today, we're going to be focusing on 5 health tips for dads in their 30s and 40s. I've spent the last few weeks talking to people who lost their dads when they were young, and I discovered something. Most of these men died in their 50s. I also spoke to a woman who lost her husband. Also, he died in his 50s. So you see, the foundation for your health in your 50s, your 60s, and well over that happens at this stage that you're in, your 30s and your 40s. So that is why this conversation is very, very important. And one thing was common to all of these people that I spoke with, and it was that their parents or their dads or their husbands didn't pay attention to their health until things deteriorated. So someone even said, my husband was sick for a long time and I didn't even notice. Can you imagine that? So imagine being in the same house, your husband in his room, you're in your room, the kids are also in their rooms, everybody living together, but daddy is ill and you don't know. Maybe daddy thinks, oh, he's a strong man and was trying to hide it until things became so terrible that everybody had to rally around him and ensure that he got the right health that help that he needed. But unfortunately, he didn't make it. Another woman said, my husband died of cardiovascular issues. I think he had heart failure. And then I asked, heart failure? Did he just develop heart failure? And then she said, I think he has been hypertensive like 5 years or more before that time, but we never knew. So it is common to see men not taking their health seriously. It is common to see men not paying attention to their health, especially because I know that you want to be a responsible dad. It is going to be stressful. You have your business, you have your career, and then you have the home front. So it is important that you lay this foundation because we need our dads to stay longer with us. We do not want to grow up without our dads, and we do not want wives in our generation to become widows. So that takes me to number one. Number one, pay attention to your mental health and also manage stress. You see, it's easy to just run through your daily activities without paying attention to your mental health. Men can easily fall into depression, they can easily become anxious, they can easily go through all forms of mental health issues because the pressure is real. Would agree with me that the responsibility to be responsible, the responsibility to progress in your career is a lot. So if you are not paying attention, you can develop mental health issues. So how do you get this done? Slow down. Dad, slow down. You know, you need to just pay attention. How do you feel? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel refreshed? Or you still feel tired after a long night's sleep? When you go to work, when you climb the stairs, how do you feel? You need to ask yourself, feel what you're feeling, because this will actually help you to know when your mental health is derailing from what it should be. And also, talking about managing stress, there would always be things that would bother you. There would always be things that will call for your attention. But you need to know how to manage yourself such that these things do not stress you. Number one, find a hobby. Because research has shown that men that have hobbies that they regularly pursue generally have better quality of life. It could be playing tennis, it could be football, it could be exercising, whatever it is that you know that can contribute to your general well being. Find it, let that be an outlet for stress management. Number two, also find a way to make your work enjoyable. I'm not saying that you definitely love your job. You don't really have to, but understand that your job is a job. Understand what it is there for and ensure that it doesn't bring you stress. Number two, health tip, get regular checkups. Do you know my friend was telling me sometime last year that her uncle passed and he was in his 60s, I think early 60s, and his PSA results came out this week. PSA is the test you use to check if the prostate health is fine. And do you know while she was still trying to source for the right medications, trying to find the right oncologist to attend to him, within 2 weeks of this result, he passed. So it means that things had been going wrong before then, but they didn't notice. So get regular checks. It is said that men in their 30s or 40s should get regular checkups. Go to the hospital. That your yearly health check that your office has given you, make use of it. That your yearly checkup that the health insurance has put in place that you just need to activate and get done, do it. If you are a businessman or self employed, you need to know that you need to make provision for your health needs. Do not wait until you have any illness. You do not need to be sick to visit the hospital. Remember, we are laying the foundation for good health for you in your 50s, in your 60s, and above. Number three, get into exercising. Honestly, I get it. Exercising is very hard, especially when you have to exercise today and you don't exercise tomorrow. Trust me, even I myself have been there. I tell my husband, oh, I've started exercising again. And then ask me in the next 1 month. I'm like, oh, I haven't exercised in over a week. So the consistency is the issue, you know. The consistency is the issue we're trying to address. So you need to get on track to exercising. It doesn't have to be intense, but it has to be consistent and frequent enough. At least start with 3 times weekly. If you can do 20 minutes every 3 days a week for a start, that's good. You can incorporate it into your morning routine. If you have a very stressful morning and you can't do that, you can incorporate it into your evening routine. And in fact, if you live in a place like Lagos where there's traffic, you know that time that you're staying at the office waiting for traffic to go down, change to your gym wear, take a walk, get your heart pumping so that we're sure that all of the modifiable risk factors for things like diabetes, hypertension, you are in charge of that. You can't do something about it. Number four, get quality sleep. You see that sleep? I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know how we can help you. But trust me, I'm here for you. When it comes to your sleep hygiene, I'll work on it with you. But before then, you need to take your sleep seriously. Do you know that chronic sleep deprivation increases the risk of weight gain? And when you are gaining weight, it can affect heart health. It can even lead to a reduction in testosterone levels. And when your testosterone levels are low, erectile dysfunction is on the way. And if you still want more kids, can even begin to affect your fertility. So it's serious. Sometimes I see that the men are watching football at what time? I'm like, okay, this match is, I get it. You need to watch football. But one thing you can aim for is this: do not miss 2 nights sleep, 2 consecutive nights sleep. Let's say, for instance, what I mean is this: you have your Monday to Sunday, that's your 7 days. If you are not able to get your 7 hours sleep today, try to get it tomorrow. Like that, alternate it. I know there will be days when you have to, stay up late. Either you are trying to do some leisure things, either you are being on screen, or you're even doing career development or strategizing for your business. Yeah, it's fine. But you need to re strategize. So 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. Deal? Yeah. Lastly, it's your nutrition. Because as we age, metabolism begins to reduce. And so that calls for more nutritious meals. So you need to focus on high protein, nutrient dense foods. And what would that look like? A colorful plate. Fill up your plate with vegetables and fruits in season. Cut out processed food, cut out sugar. And you see salt. Salt is the culprit of many issues, especially for men. In fact, I was saying to someone recently, the moment the person cannot taste salt in his food, then the food is not sweet. But I was saying to him, every food has its own taste. But if you mask the original taste with salt, then it's either we're eating salt with a sprinkle of rice or we're eating salt with a sprinkle of beans. And it's supposed to be the other way around. Let us still feel the taste of your food. Let your food still taste, let your beans taste like beans. Let your, soups, let them taste like the original soup. Just little salt, pinch of salt, cut back on salt, increase nutrients dense spices. Some spices are healthy, so you can increase spices to give it taste. And trust me, your taste is acquired. If it's not sweet in your mouth, it's only for now. You can train your palate such that over time you begin to pick it when something is too salty or when something is unnecessarily too sugary. So that'll be all for today. I'll see you again next time. Bye. You can get an ultrasound done. The ultrasound can pick your heartbeats, the heartbeat of your baby, and that also helps to know if the pregnancy is in the right place. That means if it is not going outside the womb, which can be an ectopic pregnancy. So you need to research and make an informed decision. Don't just go into a hospital because you just see the hospital on the road or whatever it is. And if you're lucky to have health insurance, go through the list of your hospitals on your insurance package and decide which one will be the right fit